改变了美国这个国家，也改变了整个世界的历史。
Along with that, we honor our POWs and MIAs, and also the gentlemen who have returned, men and women who have returned.
所以呢，我们今天现在要举行这个仪式，来纪念在这一次诺曼底登陆战事里面阵亡的将士，还有战俘，以及那些平安归来到这个国家的我们的战士们。
And it is now with my great honor I get to present and introduce to you our great mayor, Bill Harrison.
那现在呢，我们要将下面的时间交给我们 Fremont 的市长Bill Harrison 先生。
Thank you, Brandon. First, I'd like to start today by welcoming the 10th District American Legion Honor Guard to post the colors. Please rise and join them as we post the colors.
Team, that's it. Up. Support. Up. That's the head step. Forward. March. Left, right, straight. Prepare to post colors. Raise color. Good hit. Up.
Now please welcome J.R. Thomas to the stage to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the bright lights flash gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, JR. That song takes on a special meaning on a day like today. And while you're standing, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, everyone. You may be seated. Color Guard, thank you for your service. Thank you for posting the colors.
Forward. Up. Assemble. March.
And Councilmember Sue Chan. We're going to start today off with a special ceremony recognizing the POWs and MIAs, and I'm going to read you part of a script that explains what we have sitting over here at the table. It's a very special ceremony, and I hope you will enjoy it. And then we'll be followed with a special ceremony commemorating the anniversary of D-Day. that is also very special. So please, just sit back and enjoy this. This is very special. For those that have served and are currently serving the United States as members of the uniformed service, as civil servants, and as contractors, are ever minded of the sweetness and of enduring peace has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We are compelled to never forget that while we enjoy our daily pleasures, there are others who have endured and may still be enduring the agonies of pain, deprivation, and internment. Before we begin our activities today, we will pause to recognize our POWs and MIAs. We call your attention to the small table, which occupies a place of dignity and honor. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that some of our missing from our ranks. They are referred to as POWs and MIAs. We call them comrades. They are unable to be here with their loved ones and families today, so we join together to pay our humble tribute to them and bear witness to their continued absence. This table is set for one. It is small, symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner, alone against his or her suppressors. Remember. The tablecloth is white, symbolic of the purity of their intentions and respect of their country's call to arms. Remember. The single red rose on the vase signifies the blood that may have shed in sacrifice to endure the freedoms of our beloved United States of America. The rose also reminds us that family and friends are missing comrades who keep the faith while awaiting their return. Remember. The yellow ribbon on the vase represents the yellow ribbon worn on the lapel of thousands who demand the unyielding determination and proper accounting of our comrades who are not among us today. Remember. A slice of lemon on the plate reminds us that their bitter fate. Remember. The salt sprinkled on the plate reminds us of the countless fallen tears of families as they wait. Remember. The glass is inverted. They cannot toast with us at this time. Remember. The chair is empty. They are not here. Remember. The candle is reminiscent of the light of hope, which lives in our hearts to illuminate the way home, away from the captors to the open arms of a grateful nation. Let us pray for the Supreme Commander that all our comrades will soon be back within our ranks. Let us remember and never forget their sacrifices. May God forever watch over them and protect them from their families. Thank you very much, everyone. And we're also joined here by our friend and colleague, Anu Natarajan, in the back there. At this point, I'd like you to please welcome Dr. Ray Grimm to the stage. He's already on the stage, but please welcome him. He's a Vietnam War veteran, and he's going to tell us a little bit about our the D-Day Remembrance. And I see now we have Dr. Raj Salwan, our 5th council member. So we now can get some stuff done. Everyone's here. So please welcome Dr. Grimm to the stage to tell us about the D-Day Remembrance.
So thank you. Normally I don't do this, but they shipped our speaker overseas to Afghanistan. We were going to have Brigadier General Hsieh, who is now serving our country overseas. So I do want to acknowledge his service as well. As a Vietnam vet, I have a special place in my heart for veterans of all wars, World War II, Korean War, which my father served in, the Vietnam War, which my brother and I served in, the wars in Iraq, the wars in Afghanistan, and all world wars seen and unseen. So today is kind of a special day around the world, actually, because this day 70 years ago was the invasion of Normandy, which we know as D-Day. And I want to take a moment then to remember the 70th anniversary, or as it was also known back then as Operation Neptune. So this was launched on June 6, 1944, and at the time General Dwight Eisenhower started his statement to him, said, "Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Forces, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you." And he went on beyond that. Just a few things about the conflict. D-Day was organized. There were 12 Allied nations that had coordinated their efforts. Involved in pre-landing of D-Day, there were more than 300 planes that dropped over 13,000 bombs over Normandy in preparation for the invasion. There were 6 parachute regiments consisting of more than 13,000 men that went in before the invasion started. There was a 5,000 vessel armada that transported men and equipment, in addition to another 4,000 smaller landing craft and 11,000 aircraft. And this was a phenomenal event. By nightfall on June the 6th, more than 9,000 Allied soldiers were dead or wounded. However, more than 100,000 had made it safely to secure the beaches. By June 11th, more than 326,000 troops, 55,000 vehicles, and 105 tons of supplies had landed on the beaches of Normandy. So let us take a moment of silence, like those around the world, to honor the courage of those who on June 6, 1944, sacrificed so much for their countries in order to secure our present-day freedoms. So I want to thank you personally as a veteran and hopefully as a representative of veterans around the world for remembering those who gave their lives and their service on June 6, 1944, 7 years ago. I'm going to pass it back over to the mayor, who has a few final comments and then the closing of the ceremony.
Well, thank you very much, Doc. That was very impressive. And I would just like to say very briefly, we have some men from the Fremont Fire Department standing back there. Just a few months ago, the Fremont Fire Department embarked on a project called Honor Flight to raise money to bring people from World War II back to the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. And that was something the entire City Council was very excited about, because we all know that we are losing members of that generation on a daily basis, and there's several people that have not either had the chance to go back to the World War II Memorial or have not really gotten the complete thanks they did. Because when you think about it, all the books have been written. They're called The Greatest Generation. That doesn't even do it justice. That generation went off to war, fought the most horrific war ever fought in our world's history, and then came back to a country and built our country up. They didn't say anything about it. They didn't complain about it. They just went to work. They built the freeway system. They built the commerce system. And they made our country the great country that it is now. I think it's very important that we remember that. I think it's great that the Fremont Fire Department did so much work to do that. If you know a veteran that hasn't been back to the World War II Memorial would like to, please, I know the Human Service Department or the Fremont Fire Department would like to get their names so we can make sure that happens, because they've done that and they need to get our eternal thanks and gratitude. So on behalf of the City Council, I want to thank you for being here today. I want to thank all the volunteers and the booths here. This is a great activity, and I see Suzanne Shenfield in the back, our Human Service Department. This is something that we do for the community, and I want to thank you and thank all the volunteers because this is a great event. Look at the great turnout we're having here in Central Park. So thank you very much. I'd like to now invite... we'd like to invite you to rise as the color guard enters to retire the colors, and we thank you very much for being here for such a very special ceremony.